Hey y'all, good morning. I haven't made a story time in a long time, so it's a couple of stories I want to let you guys know about. I'm gonna try to do it in a quick time frame, so let me start off from the beginning, you guys. So my son and them was getting harassed, so I had to create a complaint via writing, submitting it online. While I was submitting this complaint, I was trying to do Word, and it kept auto correcting my words. So I said, well, let me do a Google Mic voice type. And then when I tried to do that, instead of typing the word that I wanted, a message would come back, like a paragraph, after me responding to saying, oh, okay, Google, spell whatever, right? So a paragraph came back, and it was like saying, oh yeah, Steve, I go to South Carolina all the time. That's the road I like to take. Road 6, like a message. So I just deleted it. And so I start trying to type this word again. And it kept auto-correcting it. I said, so well, let me try to Google Mic again. So I tried to Google Mic to type this word in my sentence, and this time the message came back pertaining to me, where I felt it was more interpersonal, because within the message it states, oh, don't try to, you want to do this again like you did with your first son, remember the other two. Okay, and the thing why I felt this was personal, because I had to do a complaint in regards to how they was harassing my first son, and then what happened with that was, I remember he got injured and like that, and I do have 2 other kids. So when it said, and remember the other 2, I'm like, oh, they talking about me. Oh yeah, and I have an older one, and they used the word your first son and your other 2. They're talking to me, right? So I'm looking like, oh no, they did it. I didn't get scared. I got angry. My thing is, when they do stuff like this, when I first started off, they used to do things like this all the time, you guys, where they will have people text me about my conversations or stuff like that. So for me, I was like, oh no, here they go again. I got mad, and so I responded back in the Google Mic. I said, yes, I do want to continue this, because you guys are not going to keep harassing us. God has not given me the spirit of fear. Boom, did that. Then I deleted that and continued typing my message, and I pressed submit. Okay, and then after that, I said, well, let me use Google Mic again, because that's the way they want to communicate. And I said, and I'm about to go take my walk outside to just prove to you how God does not create the spirit of fear. So I get up after I was done submitting my complaint, because the reason why I feel so passionate about continuing this complaint, the reason why I feel so passionate about when they do something, not every time they do something, when they do something drastic, that you have to have a response to try to seek justice, even though it's painful, even though it hurts, even though it sucks, the stuff that they put you through, is because when I think back and say to myself, how was people enslaved? Why was people enslaved, right? I said, why didn't they get out of it? Because a lot of them got retaliated for fighting back. And so I feel like if we all sit back and keep letting people just, and we can't do nothing because we know it's going to be some type of retaliation, that's how you become enslaved. That's how we become, the system starts coming over again, where you see people getting stuff done to them, and they feel they don't have a right to speak up. And I don't believe in that. I just don't believe like that people should have been enslaved for so long. I wasn't there, but the fear that they introduced to them, like they're trying to do to me by telling me, okay, so what, we mistreated your kid, you don't have a right to tell us not to. It's the same thing as trying to put me back into slavery. That's how my mentality thinks. That's why I go so hard, like, oh no, we're not about to let this happen again. We done fought too many years to try to get it abolished, and now they're keeping people in chains. No, this is a new form of slavery to me. This is why I think like that. Okay, so listen. So I go outside for my walk. As I'm walking, it's just me on the street, kind of quiet, right? A car comes by, honk, honk, blows his horn. Remember, y'all, that started off with a Target in the beginning. They used to do the horn tactic. I haven't heard that in a long time. So they blew the horn, honk, honk. And I'm like, oh, and I put up my fingers like, that's what's up, you know? Because I knew that, because I looked around, nobody else was around. There wasn't no car in front of it, so it was meant for me. So I pull up my Google mic again, and I said, thank you for acknowledging that I am on my little walk. Right? My phone's about to fall. That's why I start stumbling. Right? And so, and then I texted him. I said, but y'all kept it moving. Praise God. Like, nobody hopped out. There's nobody walking around. My normal stalkers is outside, y'all. And then all of a sudden, after I said that, here comes this man, like he was cleaning the streets. And as he's sitting in the streets, like he's just staring at me like this. Not even cleaning. Just staring. So I said, well, let me walk towards him, because I'm at the point of anger. And I'm angry. I don't think straight. I don't think of danger. God, I don't know, God. Maybe that's the protector that you have over me, or maybe that's me being stupid. So I said, let me walk to him. And so I walked up to him, and I said, good morning. How are you doing? And it's like he was in a trance. He was like, oh, yeah, good morning. Then he start picking up the street like he was supposed to be doing. And I'm looking like, these people are so weird. So by then, I'm calling my friend for, you know, like, let me call my friend and let her know what's going on. I got to let somebody know what's going on. That's why I said it's good to have someone in your corner so you can vent to, and they can give you a calm mind and try to change the atmosphere. Because I'm pissed. Like, anybody want it? Let's get it. You know, I have my little protection with me and everything. Like, let's roll. And that's stupid to let these people get you so mad that you're willing to change your whole life over a situation. Okay, so I'm like, oh, let's get it. Right? And so I called my friend, and she like, nah, calm down. What? But she was in shock after I screenshotted her the message that these people sent me, because she knows about what my first son went through. Right? And so, and the crazy part is my phone screenshot easily, but when I was trying to screenshot, it wouldn't let me screenshot it correctly. It kept like flipping it. It kept not working. So I barely screenshotted just enough where you can read it to, you know, fill in the, like, the read it enough to make sense of what it was saying. And she was like, what? Oh no, that's crazy. So immediately we started going into prayer, or going into talking about the right way to be calm and the right way to calm down, and don't speak any negativity over my life, over the kids' life. And I expect you to do the same, because we have monitoring spirits. The monitoring spirits cannot read your mind. Okay, remind you, there are entities of the devil. They can hear everything you say. So if you say it out loud like, yeah, I'm crazy, okay, they know your weakness. Okay, so we started to, instead of getting mad, you pray out loud so they can hear how you ready to rebuke them. Okay, so that's story time number one. If that's happening to y'all, where you do your Google mic or they send you text messages, let me know, because that happened to me in my beginning stages, where I can be talking in my home, and I can be like, oh yeah, we need the grass cut. And then I'll get a message from somebody talking about, if you need grass services, please call Juan. Like, stuff like that. I'll be like, oh God, well, we was just talking about that. Or it'll be like, I can be like, oh yeah, we need a roof done. And then all of a sudden somebody knock at the door. Yeah, we do roof services in the area. It'd be stupid stuff like that to let us know they listening. Back then, I used to be scared, like, what? Oh my God, they just came in and we was just talking about, like, nerve. Now I'll be like, yeah, that's one of y'all tactics. Move on. Grow up, find something new. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let me tell you story time number 2. So I visit my mom, and this same young boy that I keep complaining about that come out, he working hard for his coins. He will come out when you arrive, and then when you're leaving, he will come out and take his trash out. How much trash do you have? It could be little bags of trash that, you know, like, your trash ain't even full, but you had to think of something to get outside. Or he'll dig in his little car for hours and hours. Like that song, hours and hours until you leave. Because I can be sitting in my car talking to somebody, and this poor little boy be digging in his car for hours and hours, y'all, looking for stuff until I leave. And I can just bust at you and come back, he gone. So, you know, he was just doing that to wait for you. But so finally on this day, I saw him, and I pulled up next to him, and I was just like, excuse me, like that. I was like, do you know about the tactics that are being implemented in the city to cause chaos among other people? And he's like, no, like that. And I'm like, well, they are implementing programs where they are telling people that somebody else is a suspect in order to get the other person to harass the other innocent person, and innocent people are dying. This is a tactic that they did a long time ago, and innocent people was being killed, like Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, you know, Malcolm X. I'm telling him this because he is an African-American boy, and I was like, don't allow people to manipulate you over money, over coins, to have you doing stuff like this, because it's not worth it in the end. A lot of people can get hurt for no reason, and these are good people. I said, I don't know you. I don't know you, but you can be a good person. But if you harass somebody by watching them every time they come out you there, some people don't like that, and they feel that you are a threat and it will cause harm. So I said, but I'm not implying that you're doing that, because I hope you have more common sense not to do that over some money, right? So all we can see is that the boy listens and find truth. And I said, look up some of these words. I gave him the keywords to look up and stuff like that. Do you think he looked it up? Probably not, because the money is more important. And the reason why I say a lot of people do this for money, because what else would somebody be willing to risk their life over? It's not worth it. You know what I mean? So something had to be some type of great incentive that he's doing. And it's sad, because it reminds me of when you used to watch those Disney movies and you see the kids at a young age sign up, and you like, dang, they're going down a destructive road. You see some of the ones in the Disney industry, they're doing fine, but the ones that's going down the hill, you're like, dang, these parents signed these kids up and helped these kids sell their soul, and these kids was naive and innocent, didn't know what they was doing. And that's how I feel with the parents that's putting these kids in this industry. They're signing these kids up and not even knowing that these kids are selling their souls, and they're going to become soulless adults, okay, just for some money. To me, that's pimping and prostituting your own kid, because that's the only reason why they're doing it, okay, because they probably got to eat. But there's other ways to get money. There's other ways to survive. But that was that story time, right? Okay, and then here's another story time, y'all. So listen to this. So I'm driving, exiting the freeway. As I'm exiting the freeway, y'all, this man always waiting for me. I'm not about to sit here and entertain it because I'm talking to y'all. I'm gonna park around the other side, right? So listen to this. Listen to this. I'm gonna park on the side. My little neighbor, he's annoying. He sits there and wait for me, but he speaks to say hi and do all that stupid stuff. But listen, so let me get back to what I'm saying. So I'm exiting the freeway, and as I'm exiting the freeway, my purse hits my, what's that, ignition stick, whatever you call it, and it changes the gears where I'm trying to slow down. So I'm driving at a regular speed, and I'm trying to hit the brakes. So I hit my brakes, right? And then when I hit my brakes, I guess I tailgated this lady. Let me tell you why I said I guess. Okay, so I'm exiting the freeway, and I looked up, because I'm looking down like, oh shoot, like, oh God, boom, and you hear your car going, you know, I like, what happened? And I noticed my purse hit the ignition gear, and it changed the gears, the gear stick, there you go. And so all I see is a lady in front of me, passenger, jumping out the window doing this. And I'm like, what's that about? So me and my friend laugh, because we be going, when we drive, we got road rage. I'm not gonna even lie. We go from 0 to 100. I got better over the years thanks to my targeting, because it happens so often that I learned to be like, whatever, get over it, get out the way. But this time I'm clueless. I didn't know it was due to anything I have done. So I'm like, who is that? I'm thinking it's one of them stalkers playing with me. So I went to 100. So they exiting the freeway. I'm exiting the freeway, trying to catch up on the side of them to see who it is. Because me, I like to just get a view of who is doing stuff to me. So if I see them on the street, I'm not blindsided. I can see them. Okay? So I pull, trying to catch the person. Also, they start driving faster, like they don't want me to catch them. And the next thing you know, I'm driving, they switching lanes, I'm switching lanes, because I'm on 100. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to get this person, because I'm pissed now. Now it's not curiosity, it's anger. So boom, we switching lanes, and all of a sudden, they had nowhere to go because it comes to a light. Okay? I jump, they jump over, I jumped in front of them like, whoop, cut them off like this. I didn't care how many people was around me, nothing. Whoop, cut them off. That's what I'm saying. We got to calm down and pray for a calm spirit. Rolled the window down. My windows is tinted, like you can't even see who's in it. So I rolled my windows down, and I looked inside the car. It's like this little girl, y'all. Teach y'all kids to not do stuff like this. They scared. She dumped in the seat where you can barely see her. She's holding her phone like this, and I looked in the car, and the driver looked like she's like 24, 23 younger, and the girl that was jumping out the window, like she like 16. I said, don't y'all ever in life do stuff like that. What's up? What's going on? Da da da. Okay. And so when she did that, the little girl that jumped out the window said, because you was all tailgating her. I said, I was tailgating her. So you willing to risk your life over somebody tailgating you? I said, because if I didn't know what you was, I was ready about that life. You know, I'm talking my little street talk. I'm from the hood, half holy, half hood. I'm just keeping 100, right? So I'm going off. My friends know me. That's So I'm like, whoa, I'm ready. Like, if I got to jump out and fight, that's my intent. I was like, it's on and cracking, right? And so the other lady's like, ma'am, calm down. Just calm down. Because I'm yelling so hard, you guys, that I kind of found out I popped the blood vessel in my eye. Because I was pissed, like, you know, like pissed, right? And so I'm sitting here like, oh my God, right? You know, I'm talking to myself after the fact because they were scared. And then they saying that she was like, man, I'm just calm down. You don't got to scream. I said, yes, I do got to scream because that was stupid. Y'all had me pissed. I didn't know what was going on. I thought y'all was an op. I'm thinking it was one of them gang stalkers threatening me. Mind you, I just got done telling you how they was harassing me. So now I'm thinking like, oh, they coming for me. They mad because I wasn't scared. So now they about to put it on level 10. And I'm like, oh, it's on and cracking. Long story short, right? So the lady's like, calm down, just calm down. I'm like, no, you need to teach people not to do stuff like that. She too young and dumb. This could have went way worse. I'm going off like I went to mama mode. Then I'm still driving pissed. My head started hurting, you know, pressure probably elevated. So in the end, you're hindering yourself when things like that happen. At the same time, I had to pray to God and say, God, please forgive me, because y'all know you're trying to create the spirit of calm, the spirit of peace. But they took me there. So it was another way of God showing me that I'm not 100% ready. Because I keep saying, God, I'm ready to be a leader. Use me as a vessel. He like, yeah, you halfway there, but you still got to pass a couple of tests. So right there, that was a test, because it all could have went bad. My life could have been in danger. My life could have turned into a jail sentence. Their life could have been in danger. Both sides. So both sides, we were both wrong. So that's the moral of the story. Like, keep calm. Don't let people take you off your A game. Remember, your words is power. Me and my friend was talking about that. But if you guys experiencing stuff like that with the honking of the horn again, even though it hasn't happened in years, them texting your phone again, let me know your experience and how you tend to handle it, so we all can come to conclusions of how to handle things in the right manner. On top of that, back to your words is power. Start speaking power over your life. And then I want to share one more story to you guys. I was watching Wonder Woman last night. While I was watching Wonder Woman last night, in the movie, Wonder Woman wants to be her regular self as Diana. She's working for this company. She bumps into a lady who's deemed to be like the nerd of the company. She feels she doesn't have a lot of friends. So she sees how beautiful Wonder Woman is, and she starts to envy her, to the point where she started to wish she can be just like her. And she said it out loud, I wish I can be just like Diana. Some people don't like you because they wish to be just like you, where they pray at home like, I wish I could be just like Jane. And you might be Jane, right? So this is the reason why I'm bringing this up, because a lot of your gang stalkers don't like you for who you are, because you present such a presence that they wish they was you, and they can't stand you because they like, why does Jane get all the attention? Jane just walking in the room trying to get her work on, like the movie Diana. Wonder Woman just trying to work, clock in, and be normal because she tired of being a superhero, okay? Or she wants to blend in and be normal, right? So in this movie, this lady wants to be so much like her. She's wishing to be like her, like she's praying to this God to be like the lady, and all of a sudden she becomes like the lady, and now she thinks she's somebody this, and then she turned to become evil. So a lot of people wants to be like you, and you didn't even know it. And this is a true story that happened to me in my life, you guys. I have a cousin, the one I told you that was stalking me, and I kept feeling like it was competition when I was cool with her. But I'm like, oh, it's cool competition. We cousins. We can, you know, whatever, right? To the point where I got this dog. She wanted this dog. So let me tell you what she did with the dog, y'all. I got my dog. My dog name is Chai Bella. She's like, oh, where you get your dog from? Oh, it's so cute. And I'm like, oh, well, we rescued it from the rescue shelter. Oh, okay, so months down the line, she goes finds the dog like my dog, and she named the dog Chai. My dog is Chai Bella. Her dog name is Chai. Now, to me, that's creepy. that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I was like, no way. Like, that's weird. Like, no way. Like, you see people undercoverly trying to like do things like you, but when you see them actually doing it in the open, it becomes weird to me. And I was telling my son, like, I told you something wasn't right about them. Like, that's just not normal activity. And they included in my stocking. So a lot of times people that's including your stocking, they stocking because they trying to bring you down. They like, we don't want to see you rise. We don't want to see you happy. Because why are you so happy? I want to be happy too. But it's enough happiness to go around for everybody. Like, even in the streets, y'all might see people dressing like you. And you be like, oh my God, that's a fear monger because they want to scare me. No, these people really want to be like you. They don't understand how you going through so much and you still smelling. They don't understand how you dress like that and nobody else dressed like that. You get what I'm trying to say? So the moral of the story is, through this whole message, was that to continue to be you. Don't let them put you back into slavery by creating fear amongst us. Don't let us put us back in bondage. We know you came a long way. And it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Mexican, Chinese. They trying to create a bondage system for all of us. And this targeting system is the way of getting it implemented. Because, to be honest, when you scared, it stopped you from moving forward for doing things that you're supposed to do. Like, for example, back in the days when I was scared to speak up, when they was doing stuff to me, I wouldn't say nothing. I would lay on my floor in the dark and be like, oh my God, I don't want to go outside. I would start getting panic attacks just to go outside. That's keeping somebody in bondage, because I wouldn't go outside because I was scared that people was going to walk behind me. Then I start praying. The more I prayed, the stronger I got. This lady used to stalk me so bad. When I seen her, I started to get nervous and shake and didn't want to get out of my car in my building. She didn't even live in my complex, but I don't know how she was getting in because you needed a key. Okay? So every time I pull up, listen, this is how scared she had me. Y'all, I went to the pharmacy. This lady's coming out the gate again as I'm going to the pharmacy. And I said, oh, I just went to the pharmacy. I'm telling her what I was doing because I was so scared. The next time, y'all, she started doing it more and more because she's seen that she had power control over me. And she would do it. I'm like, here she come again. Like, how does she know every time I leave she's here? She must be some type of fed. She must be something. I didn't do nothing, but I don't want them to set me. You know, I'm nervous. So guess what? As I became stronger, I stopped at the gate and said, what's up? Every time I come in and out, I see you. So guess what? Every time you leave and I leave, I'ma see you. Here comes one of my gang stalkers. Look at this crazy stuff, y'all. These people crazy. Look at here. Oh, I can't even turn the camera. I don't know what I'm doing. Walking in the middle of the street just to see what I'm doing. Lord have mercy. Praise God. But there goes another one behind me. These are the normal stalkers. Dang, can you see in the window? Nah, dang, you can't see her. Anyways, because I'm not parked in front of my residence, in the car that I was sitting in front of my residence, see me pull up, he probably waiting for me. Yesterday, he waited for me, so I got out my car. But back to the story, and I told her, okay, so this is what we do. I got mad. And sometimes when I get mad, it's like when God allows me to get mad, because he knows, like, when you get mad, you do speak up. Time to speak up. This your time. So I got mad when I seen her this time. I was like, listen, every time I come out, you come out, we come out. So next time, if you want me to come out, I'm going to wait for you to come out. You know, I'm going off. And she looking like, what? Now she's scared. No, don't get scared now, boo. Because when you intimidated me for about 2 or 3 weeks, you wasn't scared, right? And so now, every time I seen her, I start standing there staring at her, waiting till she get in her car, and she looking like, what? And then she gonna say, I'm gonna call a complaint on you. And I said, please do it. Here goes my name. Do you want the correct spelling, right? So she calls the office to the apartment complex. This is my mom complex again, y'all. Over there, woo, they stock. It's like 20 of them that live in that complex is ready to stock you. So she calls the complex and tells the landlord, she's harassing me. I said, ma'am, I told the landlord, I said, this lady's been stalking me to the point where if I get up to go to the gas station, she goes to the gas station too. And when I come back from the gas station, she sits in the car waiting for me to get out. Then she hops out and she walks up on me as I'm going in the gate, like she's trying to open the gate the same time I am. I said, and she don't even live in my lane. Okay, so I'm telling the landlord this, and I said, you guys got cameras. Check your cameras if you want to take it there. And I said, and I got some phone footages. And all of a sudden the landlord's like, what? And so the landlord goes back and says, I'm about to call her and tell her what you said. I said, please do. like that. And so the landlord calls her and tell her what she said, and the lady felt stupid. They think that you're so intimidated when they feel they're gonna call authority on you, because I guess in their mind they think you're a real criminal, so you try to shy away from defending yourself. And so the landlord calls back and said, well, she doesn't think that that's happening, and then, you know, trying to defend herself and justify. I said, we've been living over here for more than 10 years. Have you heard anybody have any complaints on us? This lady is new. And the landlord, like, well, yeah, that's true. So you got to learn how to defend yourself. So I said, so why all of a sudden would I want to just mess with somebody on the random out of 10 years living here? Why all of a sudden I just want to start messing with people? I was like, start paying attention to your cameras of every time we walk out, this lady want to walk out, and how she wants to grab the gate while I'm trying to open the gate, doing stuff like that. So I have not said nothing to her. I was letting all these things happen because I didn't want no issues. I didn't know what was going on. And that was that. So that's all for story time. Thank y'all for listening. Sorry I was just rambling, but I had a lot to tell y'all because I haven't talked to y'all so long. Talk to you soon.